fellow perceivers, all the stubborn skeptics and bewitched believers, to my page, Math, Magic, and Secrets of the Multiverse Revealed. It is I, your mathmagician, the Mad Mathman himself, here to share with you a new perspective on how math and geometry are just the language of the multiverse. You can call me Jay. To be clear, I am no math savant, no super genius, and most certainly not a prophet. I am, however, very observant and have always had an innate ability towards math and geometry. The secrets of the multiverse are not something that I stumbled upon, but rather they were told to me through the native multiverse language of mathematics. I am only a conduit in which to spread the message, and the message is quite profound. That is why I felt I must make this page and these videos in order to share this enlightenment. We are about to begin this journey to all the corners of the multiverse with our first cycle, Cycle 1, a new Askew review of geometry. There is one inevitable connection between anyone who has tuned in, and that connection is curiosity. Deep down, we can all sense something beyond the veil that is reality in which we know it. There are still many unanswered questions for our collective human race dealing with math, science, and nature, and these unanswered questions make it abundantly obvious that there is still so much for us to learn about the nature of reality. At this point, I shall make my first bold claim of many, many more to come. I guarantee you that in the sequence of videos I will share that I can and will answer a great many of these unanswered questions using my new original math concepts to reveal the nature of higher dimensions and the interconnection of our three principles, math, science, and nature. As we find answers to these questions, a pattern shall appear, which is, with every determined answer arises a new set of questions. While I truly believe I can and will make you question anything and everything you know about math, science, nature, life, death, reality itself, and even yourself. So now the first question, blue or red pill? Trick question, you already took them both, guess you gotta write it out. From here on out, you will absolutely need these three things in order to follow my concepts. Number one, an open mind. Some things I claim may initially seem banana sandwich crazy. Please give me the time to explain. I will always back my claims using math, precedents, and logical correlations. To see the forest, you must first see the trees. Number two, a basic understanding of math and nature. These concepts may seem intellectually daunting at this moment, but they are actually quite simple. If you know how to do simple arithmetic, pass 6th grade science, and know the difference between a square and a circle, you can comprehend these concepts. Number three, a calculator. We will eventually see equations in which a calculator is absolutely necessary, mainly for quick arithmetic of multiplication or division, and so that we can see decimal forms. If you have a smartphone, you have a calculator. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, in the top left corner we see a first dimensional point, and on its right, the way the point would appear converge between an x and a y axis on a graph. This point is a mirage because it's actually a line. When we imagine using the vertical y-axis as if we are rotating it, one possible perception of this point only appeared as a point through a dimensional illusion of overlap. As we discover the line, we see that each previously overlapped point was actually sitting on a third z-axis that was also hidden through illusion. If you look in the bottom right, that's how the point originally would have appeared as the line. But wait, this line is not a line, but a square. The line sits upon what seems to be the horizontal x-axis, but we can perceive that we can rotate the x-axis this time to discover two parallel overlapped lines within a square. These lines that use the same dimensional overlap of a hidden z-axis as they were placed upon the ends of the z-axis. Again, an illusion, as our first dimensional line is now a second dimensional square. It's all about illusion. Aha! We see your tricks now, geometry. Our square was actually a cube. This time we need to shift both the x and the y axes to reveal height and depth of a third dimensional cube. So our first dimensional point was a third dimensional cube all along? How is that possible? Is it a point or a cube? Which is real and which the illusion? Where is Morpheus when you need him? I ain't Morpheus, but I'm the best you got. So here's the key to all these questions. It's all about perspective. As the point becomes a cube before our eyes, each new shape and each new dimension can really be what they seem at first. Well, to an extent. We were able to find higher dimension in each sequential shape by imagining possible overlaps of dimensional illusion. We had to imagine possible perspectives. Here's the scary part about these possible perspectives. Starting with the point which was converged between an x and y axis, we had to reveal a third dimensional z-axis beyond the illusion of perspective overlap, and this pattern continues throughout. So in other words, we need all all three dimensions to imagine these possible illusions. This is our first clear direct message from geometry, and that message is that the first and the second dimensions themselves are nothing but illusions. I mean, seriously, has anyone ever seen a first or second dimensional shape that was not depicted on a three-dimensional surface? No, they have not, because the dimensions are illusions within the third, and it's all because of pi. You see, pi is mass representation of gravity, which I shall go through great lengths to prove to you in the coming videos, starting now. When pi is graphed out in a two-dimensional graph, it has three possible shapes or patterns: the circle, the wave, and the spiral. The circle is composed of a perfect line of curvature to create a two-dimensional circle, allegedly. The patterns of the wave and spiral, as we have known them, are first-dimensional, as they are composed of a line that never crosses. This is just another illusion because, in fact, the wave and the spiral are fourth-dimensional. With the wave, we can use perspective to imagine implied motion of left to right, up and down, or forward and back, which just so happen to cover our three axes of X, Y, and Z. But we can also potentially rotate the wave to cause a possible overlap if the wave appears like a line. The same with the spiral. We can proceed clockwise, counterclockwise, and the point can be moving forward or away from us. Remember, it's all about perspective. The possibility of multiple perspectives of a shape is the key to seeing beyond the illusions of reality. These separate possibilities of a single shape is what makes reality as we know it not third-dimensional, but fourth-dimensional. So how do these shapes relate to gravity? I'm glad you asked. Let's think about the shapes and patterns gravity create in nature. All celestial bodies with strong enough gravitational force pull the mass around them to create spheres, a shape both created by pi and gravity. For the wave and spiral, when you only look to water and how gravity affects it. Gravity is always pulling everything in its grasp toward the center. When we look at Earth's oceans, which theoretically cannot reach the center of Earth from the gravitational pull, we see that the water moves in waves. The gravitational force of the moon also affects these waves. So another pattern created by both pi and gravity. So what happens when water does have some form of outlet in which to move toward the gravity that's pulling it towards the center? We see it every day with drains. The gravity pulls the water down with the spiral motion. Three patterns shared by both pi and gravity. This is not coincidence. As we shall come to see, patterns do not occur without reason. And so cycle 1 is coming to a close. Our themes were dimensional illusion and geometry, the idea of perspective, and the connection of pi and gravity. Be on the lookout for cycle 2, fourth dimensional mathematics, where more secrets of the multiverse shall be revealed. We are only just beginning. How far does the rabbit hole really go? Be sure to check me out on any of my social medias and send me a link or a message or an email or anything if you'd like to discuss anything we have discussed. Thank you very much, and this has been Math Magic.